Will Shipley, all-purpose back, number 1 in the country, number 2 in the state of North Carolina, top 30 player in the nation overall. Let's start with him. Is he going to be on the field making an impact already this fall?
Yes, but I'm scared of Clemson picking 5-star running backs because the last 2, one transfer, and Feaster didn't have a very good time at Clemson. And this is why I worry about Shipley. I live in North Carolina. So you got 4 AA, 4A, 3 AA, and 3A. So he plays a lower level. It's outside of Charlotte, but he plays a lower level football. Just like I told you about Evans last year from Carolina. It's kind of hard to judge you guys because they're going against smaller schools. In North Carolina's playoff stuff, it's kind of weird. You could be 1-5 and make the playoffs here.
Same way in South Carolina, man.
So it's a weird game. So maybe we haven't seen this guy play against the type of talent. And Clemson, maybe that's why C.J. Spiller came in, hasn't been doing a very good job at developing these 5-stars guys like Feaster and Bowman transferred. And I think you even said that Bowman was probably the best recruit ever at running back. And, Shipley, he got everything, but what type of competition was you really playing against on the 3A level in North Carolina?
Yeah, well, I really like Shipley, man. I think he's going to be a good football player. I don't know how much that's going to be seen as a freshman. I think he's definitely going to play. I just don't know how much. Clemson asks a lot out of their running backs, and they are not going to put him on the field until he learns how to pass protect. I think we can see he's a really good receiver out of the backfield, so I can see him lining up in the slot. I can see them having some packages for him, getting him the ball out in space in the passing game. But I think a lot of it depends on how fast he picks up the pass protections. Like we saw with ETN when he was a freshman. ETN, he didn't play a whole lot as a freshman, and that's why. But ETN also came from an offense in high school where he wasn't asked to pass protect at all. He played an option offense. At least Shipley's done some of it. What I think we'll probably see more of, at least the first half of the season, I think we'll see him getting carries, but it'll be more like him coming in later on in the games after defenses is tired and Clemson wants to hit him with a knockout punch or somebody with the speed of Shipley. Like that, to me, that's kind of how to use ETN, the first half of his freshman season, and then he started playing him more and more as he got a little bit more comfortable in the system. And I could see that playing out a similar way with Shipley.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested. Running back outside offensive line stuff, players, but the running back is very interested too. Because you don't know what you're gonna get out of out of Dixon. Because I don't think he's been very successful when he came in. And we still really don't know about him. I know we got a couple other guys hanging around. Dukes is there, and I can't remember what's that, Rancher. I'm really not impressed with him. And Page, number 14, he got some run against Wake Forest, but you didn't see him after that game. So I'm kind of I'm kind of interested in see what the running backs are going to do. Get a good look at them.
Yeah, I have not seen anything out of Lynn J. Dixon to convince me that he is an every down feature back at the Power 5 level. Not saying we won't see that this year, but in his 3 years to date, I have yet to see it. So what I think we're going to see is more of a committee type approach. I think there'll be a lot of competition during the spring and the fall, and I think most of it's going to be between Dixon, Ches Malusi, and Kobe Pace. I think those are going to be the 3 guys, especially to start the season, to get the bulk of the carries. I love Rancher, man. Darian Rancher, he's that's the kind of football player you want on your team, man. He's the perfect leader inside the locker room. He's not the most physically gifted guy. I think he's had ACL surgeries on both knees. A former walk-on. He's done everything they've asked of him. But he's not a guy that's going to come out and win the starting job. He might be second. He'd be third on the depth chart maybe. But I just think we're going to see more of a committee when the season starts this year. unless Dixon just blows everybody away in the spring and fall. And personally, I have not seen anything out of him so far that makes me think he can do that. 3 years into his career, and I still think he runs too high at times. And he's also got to prove he can stay healthy, because I think he's been banged up pretty much every year he's been there.
And then we got a kid out of Georgia. He's a big dude too. What, 6'1", 215?
Yeah, but I wouldn't expect Phil Maffa. I wouldn't expect, he's an early enrollee too, I think, but I wouldn't expect, he broke his leg in December, so I'm not expecting, I think he's going to need a year. I would expect more out of him in 2022.